What's up guys, welcome back to Man Cave Collectibles, coming at you today with another comic book and toy haul. So today we're actually going to look at the comic books I picked up last week as well as this week, and a few of the toys and action figures that have come in the mail over the last week and a half. So we'll jump right on into the comic books that I picked up last week. I wasn't able to get a comic and toy haul video out last week, so we're just going to combine them into this week. So the first book, we got Venom number 29, variant cover here. So Venom is obviously a really hot title right now. The storyline is fantastic. If you haven't jumped into that, that may be one you want to try to pick up. I read a lot of it on the Marvel Unlimited app, and recently Marvel Unlimited moved their wait period to like 3 months where it was 6. So you originally were 6 months behind on a run. Now they've got it down to 3, which I think is really fantastic. So you won't be but about 3 issues behind if you read at Marvel Unlimited. But I do go ahead and pick up the hard copies of this book as well. 1, to support local comic book shops, but 2, also, you can't beat a physical book. And I think as comic book collectors, we need to be buying these physical books to remind these companies we don't need to go all digital. Juggernaut number 2. This is a book I'm really enjoying. He's one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe. So it may not be a book for everybody, but Juggernaut, Kane Marco, is really just trying to redeem himself. In this book, him and the Hulk face off. So how can you get much better of a storyline than Juggernaut versus the Hulk? So that's the second issue of his solo run there. Definitely a book to check out if you're a Juggernaut fan. Batman 101. This has been a fantastic run here. We've had a lot of key first appearances in this, the designer and Punchline. Continuing on, with this run, there have been some really fantastic books. There's been some that you could tell were just kind of fillers to fill a gap or fill a space. And overall, it's just a really good run. It's a good book. You want to check it out. Here's a book I kind of took a chance on. Scumbag from Image Comics. So Scumbag number 1. I ended up getting a 1 in 25 variant as well. So this is about a guy who, really the title tells it all. He is a scumbag. Just a drug addict, kind of an alley lurker type of guy. He falls upon a fight between what looks like a special agent of a government entity maybe and a villain. And they're fighting over this syringe full of some type of formula that you'd almost be like something maybe similar like a super soldier serum in the Marvel Universe, but it gives the person powers that injects the serum into their body. And Ernie, who is our main character that we see here, he ends up getting his hands on it and taking it. And they go on to explain that now he's going to have to save the world. So you've got potentially one of the worst people on the planet to try and save the world now needing to save the world. So I think I like the path that it's taken. I like where it's going as a story. So I'm going to keep on going with it. That came out last week as well. So probably could still find that one if you wanted to try to jump into that. I would recommend it at this point. We'll see what happens. Now, moving on to this week, which is where really the magic happens this week. We'll touch base on that. But Spawn number 311. So this is the kind of in honor of Chadwick Boseman cover. I ended up picking up 2 issues of this, 2 copies of this cover. Didn't get a black and white. I would have liked to. I just didn't see one to pick up. But I think that's a really cool thing that Image Comic and Todd McFarlane did with the Spawn cover. Definitely will be one to pick up and keep, just kind of in remembrance of really our Black Panther, our hero from the Marvel Universe, Chadwick Boseman. I think he did a phenomenal job in portraying that character and really just seemed like an all-around good guy. So I'm not sure if Image is going to donate any of those proceeds. I hope they are. I hope they're going to donate the proceeds of that book to something. I don't know. If you know, drop that in the comments below if you know if any of those proceeds are going to go. Now, the book that really, probably the hottest book of the year would be, my opinion on it. You've got The Last Ronin. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin. And this was put out by IDW. So this is a Kevin Eastman and Peter Large story. And so I've got me a reader copy, but I was also able to snag 2 of the 1 in 10 variants, as well as an additional cover A. So I ended up getting 4 copies of this book, which I was really excited about. I don't sell my comics. I've never really sold a comic before, so anything I purchase, I'm purchasing for my collection. My kids will probably get them one day and be like, what the heck are we going to do with all this paper that Dad left us? But I also picked up a Very Gary Comics variant as well, so I'll have that coming. And I did an eBay purchase for one also, which I don't know, sometimes with eBay, those don't always work out. So I was glad I was able to go ahead and pick them up in store. My 2 local comic shops didn't really, I had a line at one of the shops that I jumped in. I was like 7th in the line. But they really didn't seem to have what I would consider a shortage of them. It didn't seem like people were just mad rushing. I know there's going to be areas probably in the country where it's going to be hard to get them. And obviously eBay pricing is probably going to go through the roof. It's already at about 30 to 40 bucks for just a cover A. But anyways, jumping into the story, I'm not going to give away spoilers, but if you're not familiar with what's going on here, this is in a kind of dystopian future of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles world, Manhattan, where they live. And from what we can gather from this first issue, all the turtles except for one are deceased. Splinter's gone. Even Shredder is gone. And we're really, the villains, the protagonists that we have been introduced to so far is Shredder's daughter and his grandson. So it really gives off kind of like the Dark Knight vibe, an Old Man Logan type of storyline even. I really like the path that it's going. I think it's going to be a really hot book through all 5 issues. So if you weren't able to get in on this, there's going to be a second print that's dropping in the first week of December. So you may want to get hold of your local comic shop, give them a heads up that you'd like to have a copy of that. They may could put it on a pull list for you. That way you could get that. You could get the first issue and a second print. I think those second prints will probably carry some value as well, just because of the low print runs with some of these and just how hard it's going to be to get our hands on them. So definitely check these out. I think this is a fantastic story. Definitely the story I've probably been most excited about in 2020. So check it out. Let's move on to some of our toys that came in this week. So we'll jump right in. I'll go ahead and tell you we're looking at Mythic Legions right now. So this is Mythic Legions Thump. Picked him up on Big Bad Toy Store, as well as this is Lord Viteris. Pretty cool. And we've got King Bromden Ironjaw, who I think is an awesome looking figure. This one is more of like an army builder. It's a Barbarian Warrior Builder, but I think she looks really cool. Then we have Brother Mandibulus. So got some really cool Mythic Legions there that have come in. Really excited about them. If you've been keeping up with my channel, this is kind of a new line for me. So just kind of getting started. I've reviewed a couple on the channel. Check those out if you haven't already. And then lastly, I got the Kurzog. So if you watch my Kurzog review, the one I got in had some really bad paint damage on the top of his head due to the plastic here, just basically rubbing. I don't know if he'd been in that box for a while, been getting jostled around and moved a lot. It rubbed the paint all the way down to the plastic. So he had a kind of a bald spot up there with no green. So Big Bad Toy Store was nice and kind enough to send me a replacement for him. So I haven't even gotten him out of the package yet. I need to get him out, check out his paint work. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't run into the same problem Also this week, we got the Iron Studios 1/10 scale Doomsday in. I did a review on this. It's already up on the channel. So if you're a statue collector, definitely check that out. This is a fantastic statue here. I cannot get over the detail that Iron Studios puts into their statues. This is my first Iron Studios statue. So definitely check it out. Makes me want to kind of jump into those X-Men 1/10 scale statues that they have, that Iron Studios is going to be putting out. This has definitely got me itching for those. So we'll probably pick up a few of those. Definitely some of my favorite characters we'll grab. But I'm hoping this line continues to go on. We get some of the Superman, you know, the Eradicators, the Cyborg Superman, even a Superman, a Clark Kent Superman to go with him will be nice. So hopefully we'll get those in the future. Check out that review. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick haul video. Drop in the comments down below what you think of The Last Ronin. Have you read it? Are you trying to read it? Are you trying to get it? Can't get your hands on it? Let me know. I'd love to talk in the comments about the book. I don't want to give away any spoilers here. But if you guys want to talk about the book and what you thought of it. And on the last page, we figure out who the last turtle is. So that is a big spoiler there, and that's why we don't want to talk about it too much, or I'll end up giving it away by accident. But anyways, let me know in the comments below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. That's how the video gets out to others on YouTube to be able to see. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Love to have you as part of the Man Cave Collectibles team. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time.